I imagine a bunch of people are sad about Sandrock, myself included. Just saw, yeah, sucks. Nothing much else to say, huh? Doesn't matter how valid your application is, there's always a chance that it'll get delayed. It's just how the system works. Speaking of, I'm still waiting for mine, so we are still in Scotland. I don't have a face cam tonight, but I'm still in Glasgow, since I know people are going to ask. With that being said, let's get into some replays. So I've found a few replays I want to show you guys. I've not actually watched them yet, so this is going to be my first time viewing them as well. But I found a couple of scrims that were, I think they might be leaked. I don't think this is supposed to be out there. Not that scrims have been hidden at all. I mean, scrims have been super public. Let's get into this. We've got a couple games of SSG against Team Secret. I had to think for a second there because they've changed their names multiple times. Yeah, before they were Noble and now they're Team Secret. Before that they were, I think, someone else. I don't know. But Team Secret is the #1 team on points coming from South America this split, although most people consider them to be South America's #2 team because Furia are the regional #2 and 3 winners, so they seem to be coming in as the most informed team to this event. But don't sleep on Team Secret. Secret's math obviously played with Era Eternity in the Fall Major, and despite going out 0-3, they actually had some pretty impressive series. They look good against NRG, they look good against Vitality, lost to Complexity, but Complexity had a really good land, so that's nothing to be ashamed of. They had a really tough run, finished 0-3, but don't let that cloud your perception of them. So Math has left that team. He's left Astromic and Snip from Era Eternity, and he joined up with Knight and Sad from Team Secret. But let's get into this first game and see how they're getting on. Just realized, hold on, I think game sound is gone. How's that? Is the game sound back now? Is that loud enough? Shall I make it louder? We're on Sad POV for this first game. Want to see how he's playing. I believe Sad is a KBM player as well. Don't worry if it's quiet, that's fine. We're just watching some replays tonight. We're not casting, so not going to be needing some loud game sound. Yeah, I believe Sad is a KBM player. He's already going for some early demos on Daniel. He's identified the main threat from Spacestation Gaming, trying to take him out of the frame. Yeah, if you're a KBM player like myself, then keep an eye on what Sad's up to. He's one of the best in the world at that peripheral. And Knight is 15 years old. Knight is one of the youngest players who's going to be at this event. And he's super mechanical as well. Sad, he's up so early to attempt to read that. And even though he's missed, Space Station have to respect it. So you just have to wonder, do these guys really have that read? They're already violating the NA rulebook. Look at him, he's bumping Daniel, chain bumping Daniel on the backboard. How do I feel about SRD missing LAN? Okay, well I already talked about that, but I'll talk about it briefly again now that we're actually into the content for today's stream. So yeah, thoughts on SRD missing LAN. Obviously it sucks, nothing they can do. Visa issues happen. I myself currently have some. I'm in the UK, LAN is tomorrow. So yeah, I know what that's like. But yeah, they've got nothing to prove. We all know that they're a sick team and can't wait to see them at future events. But yeah, obviously sucks that they can't play. Would have loved to see them play. Okay, nice little goal here by, let's watch that one more time here by Sad. Look, he's up early, corner well pass. Immediately Knight's there for the finish. Don't neglect your corner well passes, guys. A lot of you are centering the ball off backboard, not corner. You should be going off corner. Thoughts on Incivic leaving as well. Don't know anything about that situation, so I can't really speak to it except to say that Incivic's a legend now and always will be. Good friend of mine. He's done so much for the Rock League scene, tournament scene, Middle East scene, everything, content creator, everything. He's an absolute legend. And can't wait to see what he gets up to next. Yeah, always welcome to swing by and say hi. Civic, the real VIP. So yeah, a couple of people asking about what I'm going to be up to this week. So yes, I am still in the UK. Still waiting on visa to come through. So tomorrow I was planning, if I couldn't go fly out to LA, then I was going to do viewing parties. But tomorrow I actually have some real life obligations. So I won't be live tomorrow, but I'll see you guys on Thursday. I'll still be watching the LAN, but I'll see you guys on Thursday. And we can watch together. It should be fun. I'm excited, honestly. Like I was saying at the start of the stream, like, no need to be, visa issues happen. You just have to go with it. It's nothing you can do. I don't really, in my life, I don't tend to, think too much about things outside my control. I'd rather think about things I can control. So nothing to worry about. We'll do the next best thing. It's going to be good. It's going to be fun. Yeah, Team Secret. Wow, Team Secret are actually good. Yeah, type 1 in chat if you're watching this team. I mean, this is where I need to also remind you guys, these are scrims. So, the results of a scrim should never be a big, thing that you worry about. If you're seeing your favorite team get slapped in scrims, no big deal. But what scrims do is they kind of show you, number one, what a team is working on. And it looks to me that, much like a lot of the South American teams, Team Secret are practicing their extremely early wall reads. We've seen a bunch of those from Sad. He's just up stupidly early to try and read bounces. And when I say stupidly early, I don't mean that it's stupid of him to do it. I just mean that it's silly. How early he's going is silly in and of itself. But it's viable because it not only does it create a threat, but there is in fact a chance that he gets those reads. Like, they really can. They're also focusing very much on the aggressive game. That's not a surprise. SAM teams historically extremely aggressive, and they have no fear, no hesitation. The weakness has always been organization and defense, which seems to be an issue right now as well. Seems to be causing a couple of double commits, a couple of panic jumps. But apart from being able to see what teams are practicing on when you watch scrims, you can also just see what kind of level teams are at mechanically. Are teams feeling good mechanically? If somebody's like constantly changing car, they're probably not feeling too good mechanically. They're probably feeling a bit rusty, probably feeling a little bit slow. But if everybody's just zooming about and everything's a boomer, every touch is a boom and every recovery is clean, you can see, okay, that team's going to be a threat. Because if a team can be good mechanically in the build-up in scrims, then that's something that really, I think, carries well into LANs. It's much harder to bring your game plans into a LAN setting than it is to bring your mechanics into a LAN setting. Mechanical players, in my opinion, have always had an easier transition into a LAN setting than players who are more of the big brain players. And that might seem counterintuitive, given the fact that the most successful LAN players of all time are K-Dop and Turbo, who are not really known for their mechanics. They're more known for the big brain plays. But that was from an older era of Rocket League. Now, we're talking about pretty much everybody who came after Justin and anyone after him. The rise of the mechanical players who were doubted, and I want to point out, as I always love to, whenever I bring up Justin Season 5, a lot of people doubted Justin's ability going into Season 5, and I wasn't one of them. I backed him. I knew he was going to do well, because I saw a positive team environment. I saw a player who's very, very confident, and a player who's extremely mechanical. So I'm backing confident mechanical players all the time these days. That's what most of my LAN predictions have been. I look for the confident mechanical players, and I pick them to do well. It didn't work out in every situation, but it's done me pretty well. It's done me pretty well with most of my predictions. But yeah, SAM, South America, yet to really have that big result. They've lost twice to OCE. Both the times that they played them, that's once at Season 8, once in RLCS, the Fall Major, the RLCS this season. But I continue to back them. I see a lot of potential when I watch SAM play. I see a lot of confidence. I think they just need to find the balance. They need to find a way to respect their opponents, not overextend just for the sake of pressuring. And then these guys are going to be monsters, because obviously they're right there with Spacestation, if not faster. I think, like, looking at these guys play, it really does look like Spacestation are the more organized team, and Team Secret are the more mechanical team. Just on the surface, at least. That's what I would say based on watching them play. Just this one game here. That might just be one game. Maybe in next game, Spacestation completely pin them back and keep Team Secret in the back corner boost starved, and then they don't look mechanical at all. But yeah, you can clearly see Team Secret, very mechanical players. That's not the best angle in the clear, but obviously Sad worried about getting dunked on there, so he had to go for a goal side hitbox. Johnny is streaming right now, worries me, going to LA. Yeah, you might have heard about the Sandro gaming issues that they're having with visas, so yeah, unfortunately I have run into similar problems. But we're just gonna take it day by day, see what happens, Won't be streaming tomorrow because I'm busy IRL. But yeah, Thursday I'll be able to watch with you guys. Be a good time. It'll be a good time. SRG Shawnee boy. Yeah, that's right. Always. For now and always. X-Star Thrive, thanks to the 3-month Prime. Welcome back to the channel. He says, isn't it better to host LANs in Europe since these issues seem to happen with LANs hosted in the US, i.e. Shogun not being able to attend Season 6? Sorry, let me go back and watch this last goal because I did miss it while I answer this question. I don't think that it's a viable solution to just stop running LANs in America. I don't think that's the solution here. Nice shot by Math. I know some of you guys are going to complain if I don't put it on his POV for that goal, the overtime winner. Yeah, Rail's not getting a very good touch there. Maybe it was an attempted back pass, but it was more of a setup to Math. Daniel under pressure off the ball. Can't get up for it. And they do drop this game to Team Secret. Let's get into the second game before I answer that. Or I'll get the second game playing before I answer that question. But no, I don't think it's a good solution nor a wise decision to just stop running LANs in America. Visa issues are hopefully something that will happen less and less, and maybe not at all in the future. I can say that from my own experience dealing with them at the moment, it does look like, although there are visa issues, and I can't speak to SRG's situation, but I can speak to my own. It does look like, although there are visa issues for international non-NA casters, well, non-US casters at the moment, it appears that won't be as bad in the future because Psionics are doing a lot to help us future-proof ourselves. So, yeah, I don't want anybody to think that this is because Psionics dropped the ball. They've actually done a lot to help us with this whole process. And, yeah, they've got us in a good situation long term. But at the moment, with everything that's happening in the world and, just the return to live events, getting everybody back into the swing of things, it was inevitable that we were going to have, something go wrong. I do see that long term it's not going to be that way, at least from my perspective, which is good. So we're actually on Knight POV for this game. He is the other new player. He's using a Space Station decal. So Knight from Team Secret. Let's go in his POV for this game. He's got the SSG decal. He even showed it to us right there. This is the other new player to the international scene. Math played in the Fall Major, so you guys should know who he is if you're following the international scene for RLCS. But Sad and Knight, this is going to be their LAN debut, so I wanted to show some of their POV, get you guys acquainted with them, and also show you guys that these players are the real deal. They're very, very mechanical. They're very confident, and they look like they could be a threat to anyone if all it takes is this team to show up at a decent level and another team to just have a slightly off day, and now suddenly you've got a big problem. So Knight going to be 1v1 with Arsenal here, and that looks like a very good air dribble attempt, and he brings it perfectly in front of the net actually at the end of it all. Almost solo scoring versus Rattles and Arsenal there. All they needed was a little bump onto Rattles, it would have been in goal. Good try there from Team Secret's Knight. Marky62, thanks to the 5-month tier 1. Welcome back to the channel, man. And no, I do not know about anything about the Incivic situation. All I can say on that situation is Incivic's a legend. And yeah, just don't forget how much he's done for the scene. I'll never forget how much he's done for the scene in so many different ways. Knight already looking for multiple air dribbles. Ooh, he just didn't have enough boost to get another touch on it. But once again, Knight solo play, the air dribble threat. forces a bad save out of SSG and someone else comes in for the finishing touch. And you know you're going to need to do that against all the SAM teams. You've got to get a good clear because the third man will commit. Nice dunk there. Daniel doing it all, as always, for SSG. Oh my goodness, Rattles, where are you going? Oh dear, well, usually I'll wait till the end of the game to rewind, but what on earth happened with Rattles in this one? I feel like this might be quite instructive to watch back. So, not even a close cheat, but he pre-turns. Maybe anticipating which way the ball was going to go. I'm not sure if Daniel said that he was going to try and kill it to the left. But Rattles got in a very, very awkward position there. And ended up getting scored on. Oh, he's lagging. Oh, okay. I didn't notice the ping indicator was him. Good catch, chat. Good catch. So he might have been lagging on that one. Maybe he saw the ball go one way and then it actually went the other way, which would explain why he turned so awkwardly in that way. Well, the fact that the Civic announcement came today, I mean, like I said, I don't know anything about that situation, but the fact that it came today, the same day that they announced that Sandrock are not going to be at the LAN, will make everybody think that it's somehow attached, but it does, you know, you gotta remember, guys, it doesn't have to be related at all. Like, Civic's a very busy guy. He might just not have had time to go about the regular duties of a CEO of an organization anymore, and wanted to give the role to someone else. To say it again though, I don't know. I'm just telling you guys to stop speculating the worst case scenario when it probably could just be a totally fine and normal situation, which is what I would guess. Yeah, this is looking still quite good for Team Secret. Very nice return to the ball there from Knight. He's getting a defensive 50-50. Am I in LA? No, I'm in Glasgow, Scotland. You know, in the same way I was saying earlier when I was talking about Sandrock Gaming, that, you know, I'm still really, really excited for the event. I'm gutted for them that they can't be there, gutted for all the fans that they can't be there. But there will be future events that they'll have an opportunity to go to soon. This is the good thing about where Rocket League's at now, is that we're not going to need to wait forever. Like, it's not going to be 2 years. Well, let's obviously knock on wood when we say that, you never know. Pandemic number 2, anyone? But okay, at the moment it looks like LANs are back, which means that we're going to get plenty of opportunities to see all these teams compete, and they have already qualified for World's Wildcard, so, you know, we've got another LAN with Sandrock on the cards already. Okay, this is a bit of a messy situation. I'm actually going to rewind this one because I think this illustrates why why Team Secret sometimes get in a bit of an awkward position defensively. So I feel like the indecision here of Knight actually messes them up. So Sad comes in, takes the ball. Now Math is actually just rotated back to net, but he's not back yet. He's here. So the reason why Knight initially turns back to just hangs about in the goal area is because at the moment it's not covered. But now Math is back, unless, well, let's see, did Math go for boost or did he go to the net? He should probably go to the net in this position. Yeah, he went to the net. He's got boost. So for Math's POV, it would make a lot more sense for Secret's Knight to pressure the ball, because Sad can't get back to it. Sad can't do anything on that ball. And actually Knight just turning into the near post area like this means that there's longer time goes past before Rails has to do anything. That allows him to actually air dribble it into Arsenal and then team pitch it, which is a very, very good job by SSG. Really nice teamwork to force that one through. Yeah, it would have made a lot more sense right here if Knight just goes for the ball instead of turning. It would really have helped Math a lot, because Math would be able to have a longer time to react. I think Knight was maybe worried about doing that in case he left the top corner open just briefly. Anyway, let's continue here. Spinach and Lettuce RL, thanks to the Prime, and also Funky Love 1, thanks to the brand new Prime. Appreciate that. Marky62 said, who won the first game? The first game I streamed between these two is Team Secret. It looks like, from all the scrims I've seen from these two teams, they've gone pretty even. I don't know if they have more played between them that we're not on ball chasing, but you can see some scrims between these teams on ball chasing beyond what I'm going to show you guys tonight as well. if SRG didn't have the visa problem, would they have got Mina an extra spot in Worlds? You know, if they finished top 8 every major, they would have, which is very possible. But you never know. You never know. I think top 12 was definitely guaranteed for them. I really don't see Pioneers beating anyone, but we'll see. You know, OCE have looked a lot better coming into this LAN, Scrim wise, than they did the LAN before. Okay, what happened here? Because this all is off camera. I think the Arsenal score. So Rettles, lovely offload, Arsenal quickly up, and all he needed was a direct shot because it looks like his opponent, Sad, just didn't make contact. We'll look at Sad's POV one more time. He just spawned. Just a very good touch there by Rettles. Very, very surprising touch, actually. It might have... Did it hit Knight at all? Rettles just did a fantastic job here, if we watch again. Rettles just does a really good job. Got an excellent touch there. High, powerful. Completely caught Knight off guard, so it's 3-3 now. Hibachi, thanks for the brand new Prime. Welcome to the channel. Ooh, good boost steal by Daniel. So he sees that Arsenal's got the midfield covered. That gave him a chance to run into the back corner, take away Knight's boost. So Knight is still kind of feeling that, even now. And a good early challenge there by Rettles. He stopped Knight before the air dribble could really get started. SRG spot could be filled by Scythes. Well, if SRG were having visa issues, you really think Scythes are going to last minute be able to grab a visa and go over there? I don't think so. I don't know if that's going to work. Takes a while to get US visas. It's an ancient process that has not kept up with the age of the internet at all. Just a very, very slow process. Hopefully it improves in the future. I should become CEO for SRG. I definitely shouldn't. No, I don't think that would be a good idea. I like what I'm seeing from Team Secret. I think if both these teams match up after seeing this, the gameplay back and forth between them, I think I prefer Spacestation in the matchup, because Team Secret do look awkward in defense, and that is probably only going to be made worse during the LAN. But that's not to say that I don't think Team Secret look pretty good. They definitely look like they're very threatening going forward. You keep using the word visa, dumb it down for your smooth brain. Do you not have a passport? Is that not good enough? So just a quick explanation for anybody who's curious as to the situation like King Spectre. To work in the US, like obviously to go to the US as for a vacation, for a holiday, you usually don't need a visa, except from some countries. Some countries you do, some countries you don't. Some you need a visitor's visa. But from the UK, where I'm from, you don't. You can actually travel on an ESTA. It's a different thing. But you do need that besides your passport. Yes, you do, to travel. You don't just travel with a passport to some countries. You need other things, other forms and other things sorted out as well. But to work is a different thing. If you can't travel on a visitor's or a non-working visa or an ESTA if you're working in the US. So that's where that comes in. And to get a visa for the US, you need to go through the US embassy in your country. It's a very long process, but to explain it as briefly as I can, let's just say that it's a lot of waiting for stuff to process. That's just all it is, essentially. You send it off and then you just wait for them to finally get around to it. Very, very slow process. And another thing that seems to happen with US visas in particular is you could send off 2 identical visas, and if they get seen by 2 different I don't know, is it officers that read the applications? You know, you could send off 2 identical applications, but if a different officer is reading it, one might approve it, one might not. You know, it's a very seemingly random process, that's where it gets frustrating for groups or teams who are trying to come in, because one player might just be like, well, that sucks. It's been, delayed for absolutely no reason, even though the application is identical to the other two. So that can happen. Same thing in the case of employees for any job. You could have multiple employees, like let's say a team of 10 employees who are all, you apply for visas for all of them at the same time. They're all the same job, same contract, same everything in every way, same nationality. Literally everything's the same apart from their names and dates of birth and stuff. And 8 of them will get accepted, the other 2 won't, just because it's a very random process. But like I said earlier, I want to keep echoing this because I think this is like the big takeaway for me, at least, is that for stuff like this, and this is a very, I think, important thing to remember when you're traveling. Ooh, another loose skull from Team Secret. Let's watch that again. But something to remember when you're traveling is that when when you're going through security, they just grab some bags for no reason other than to check it. So Math didn't realize that there was about to be a shot, and I tried to drop down past the SAD, didn't get it, and it's open net for SSG. Good comeback here in the win, and I wanted to show a win and a loss. Well, I wanted to show a win for both teams here because from all the scrims that I could see between both teams, it looked like they were mostly drawing. Can't they delay the major for a bit? Nah. I mean, there's so much planning that goes into an event like that. You can't delay it. Unfortunately, that's event. You got venue booking. People have bought tickets to come see. People have planned their holidays and stuff and their travel to come see it. You can't just delay it. It's not going to work. Like I was saying though, when you're traveling, something that a lot of people get super stressed. Type 1 in chat if you get mega stressed when you're traveling. If you're at the airport and you're just stressed out literally at every stage. Type 1 in chat. I know a lot of people get like this because you have to go through security and you have to go through like passport control sometimes, and then especially now you've got some people have pre-flight COVID tests and all that, and you just have a bunch of stuff that you have to queue up for, and then you have to get approved before you can continue. So a lot of people get very stressed and anxious with this whole thing. There's also delays. Sometimes your first flight will get delayed and then you're wondering, am I going to make my connecting flight? You check your bag, you wonder, am I going to see that again? Lots of things can stress you out when you're traveling, and you can get lost in airports, of course. There's so many things. So if you feel stressed by traveling, first of all, that's perfectly normal, perfectly acceptable thing to feel. But for me, I've done it quite a lot now, and especially in the past 6 years with Rocket League, done a bunch of traveling, and you just have to kind of accept whatever happens. Your bag gets randomly pulled aside for a security check. Just like, oh well, that's happened. Let's just let's just stand by while they find absolutely nothing in my bag because it's a random search. You just gotta chill. If your flight's delayed, oh well, that's happened. Let's download some show and watch it on their Netflix app. I don't know. You just have to chill. You just gotta stay calm, because panicking doesn't make you think clearly and make good decisions. Just be calm. Be calm. Any situation outside your control, travel, plenty of things outside your control, not worth thinking about. What you can control, focus on that. That's usually the best way. That's what I'm doing right now, because I've got a visa as well, and I have no control over that visa application. Rather, I've got no control over this, so I'm just chilling, seeing what happens, and I will control what I can control. I'll focus on that, so I can control when I stream. I can control when I'm recording videos, and what I'm doing in the rest of my life. I'll just focus on that. Just be calm. That's all you gotta do. Be calm. So that's the real takeaway here. But I thought I'd just throw that in there since I did start that rant before changing from the scrim. Bringing it back to this matchup, I'd pick SSG to take it if the teams match up. That would have been my choice before seeing them match up in scrims. The scrims haven't changed that, even though they look to be quite even. The Team Secret boys do look a bit disorganized in defense. They look like they get themselves in a lot of trouble. SSG playing very safe, very organized, and they look to be even. If they might be slightly less mechanical than Team Secret, but it's not a big enough gap to be a problem. I think they're just going to control the play, wait for Daniel to pop off, and what was it? Rel tweeted, he said that they're going to go with their regional 1 play style, which was just feed Daniel and wait until he scores 0-second goals. So I'm looking forward to that.